Hello. This is a folder. Ms. Kennedy, if you can unmute.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you hear me all right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, on the screen it's marked Galaxy A20. Is this Alexandra Alatorre? It's connecting to audio. Okay. Is this Miss Alatorre?
I'm sorry, Your Honor?
Are you Alexandra
Yes, Your Honor.
Alatorre? Okay.
A la torre, yes, Your Honor.
Okay. You have two different things on? Are you on? Alatorre, do you have two different things on?
No, sir.
You're just on one, are you on a phone or are you on a computer?
I'm on a phone.
Okay, it seemed to have stopped. Okay, did each raise your right hand? Ms. Kennedy, are you raising your right hand? I can't see.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
You swear the testimony you're about to give should be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so this is a holdover.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mrs. Kennedy, you want to tell me about it? What?
Yes, we gave her she's been on a month-to-month lease at September of last year. We gave her a non-renewal notice, April 12th of this year, gave her a 30-day non-renewal. We even offered her 90 days. She refused and said that she was going to fight it. So we have been charging her holdover rent and we filed with you guys. She refuses to leave.
Okay, Ms. Alatorre,
Yes, Your Honor.
what would you like to say?
Okay, Your Honor. What I have spoken, they never let me know. My lease, my renewal was over on August 30th of last year. They not once let me know that they were not going to renew my lease, that they were going to put me on a month-to-month. They never gave me that option. They never came and what I know, what I've seen, and what I've talked to other tenants is they give them the option to either renew their lease or not renew, or they're not going to renew their lease or put them on month-to-month. Plus, on the contract.
So how is that different with you? I mean, your lease terminated and it goes month to month.
Right, but they never warned me. They never told me why. The
It's in the terms of your lease.
But when they put you on a month-to-month lease, they charge you $50 extra. And
No,
they
we
never,
did not, sir.
no, I know, but on the contract it says that. And another tenant that's been on a month-to-month lease, they charge them $50 extra.
Okay, so they didn't charge you $50 extra, so
No,
it's still month to month.
right, but they never let me know. And I don't understand why other tenants, they do let them know, you know what, we're not gonna renew your lease, or we are gonna renew your lease, or we're gonna put you on a month to month. I didn't read that in my contract until afterwards, that you get automatically put on a month to month, but they never gave me a reason why I wasn't, why they didn't renew
It's in your lease. It's automatic. You don't have to give your reason.
Yes, Your Honor, but I mean, I can understand if I did something wrong where I was late on my rent, or if I was causing problems, and
No,
I did cause
it didn't. It doesn't have anything to do with if you're causing problems. It's just a matter of that's what your contract is.
And then right now, Your Honor, I have a job, and I don't have anywhere to go. I don't have the money to put on another apartment. I don't have the money for the dog deposit. I don't have the money for another deposit.
Okay. Can you all see the screen?
Everything's on the right now.
Ms. Alatorre, here's the notice that they're not renewing it, April 12th, 2021.
Yes, I see. I know that, Your Honor, but why didn't they tell me this back in August? Why did they wait till April?
Tell you what?
That they weren't going to renew my lease. They
They
waited.
They allowed
They
you to go
waited.
month to month.
But that's, I know, Your Honor, but they never told me. I didn't know
Told you
I was
what?
on a month to month.
It's in your lease. You just have to read your lease.
Right, but I didn't know that. I didn't even know there was a month-to-month contract. I thought it was like, because I know some of the tenants, they were, because they switched owners, and I know some of the tenants, they didn't put them on a lease to lease on a month-to-month. I'm sorry, but they were behind because they were changing owners, and I just thought they were going to renew my lease. I thought maybe they were just behind on their paperwork. That's why they hadn't renewed my lease. They never told me, you know what, we're not going to renew it until, why did they wait so long to let me know? If they would have told
So
me in August.
you're complaining that they should have stopped your lease back in September of 2020, a year earlier.
Yeah, well, they should have let me know, not wait until.
They did something better. They wrote it in your lease. They not only they wrote it where you could refer to it at any time.
Right, Your Honor, but I didn't know. That's until
why didn't you know? That's in that your fault? You didn't look at the lease?
I didn't know there was, because there's never been, I never heard of anybody being on a month to month. That's what
standard in lease.
I know, Your Honor, but if they would have told me, you know what, we're gonna now, well, I guess my question.
They put it in your lease.
But I didn't know it was in my lease. They didn't tell me, they didn't advise me that they weren't, why didn't they tell me back in August that they were gonna renew my contract?
Okay, anything else?
Well, Your Honor, the thing also, if I get an eviction on my record, there's no way I'm gonna be able to get an apartment. Because, you know, once you get evicted, there's no way another apartment building is gonna give me an apartment. I can't afford to have an eviction. I've never had an eviction on my record. And if I start looking for another apartment, that's fine. If they don't want me here, I just need some time to get some money together.
Well, it's not a question. It's not like you're learning today. They told you back in April they didn't want you there.
Right, Your Honor, but I have to still come up with the money for the deposit on the dogs, and I still been paying my rent here. So I still have to come up with money for the deposit on an apartment, and a deposit on and the rent, and then the deposit for my dogs.
Okay, and so what you're saying is, even though it's written in your lease, they gave you the proper notice, that you can hold out and stay in the apartment and refuse to leave, and then plead to the court, well, this isn't fair because I'm gonna have an eviction, when you're the one causing it.
I'm saying that's fine if they want me to leave. And the thing that
They told you a month ago they want you to leave.
yes, Your Honor, but they didn't tell me why.
They don't have to. Just like if you decide, I'm gonna move out in 30 days, you just say, I'm terminating this lease in 30 days. You don't have to tell them why.
And see, that's another thing. Like I said, I've been paying my rent here. I haven't been behind on my rent at all. I've been paying my rent here. I just need time to save money so I can get my own place and
You have,
get out of this. And I don't want to have an eviction on my record, Your Honor. Because if I have an eviction on my record, then I'm not going to be able to rent another apartment.
okay,
You know that if you get an eviction and it's on your record, they're not going to rent you an apartment.
okay, so they gave you the proper notice. All you had to do to not get an eviction is follow what they asked.
But I don't have family or friends to go stay with, Your Honor.
You've had since April 12th, you've known that they wanted the apartment. We're now at June 15th, 2 months later. You've had 2 months to plan for it.
Again, Your Honor, I understand that, but I've also been paying. The reason I don't have the money is because I've been paying the rent here.
When did you last pay the rent?
Last week.
Well, Ms. Kennedy, the rent was paid last week?
No, not
Yes.
the full rent, Your Honor. She paid us $500 on an $829
And
bill.
see, that's another thing, Your Honor. I don't know why they're charging me $800.
We're
And my
charging her
rent-
holdover rent, Your Honor, 25 per rent plus 25%, which is also in the red book. So that's what we've been doing. We haven't charged her
The
any.
red
late
book, is it in your lease?
Yes, it is in the lease. We are allowed to charge her 25%.
Where is it in your lease? Do you have your lease?
I do. Holdover. And we tried to explain to her that she wouldn't have an eviction if she would just move out, Your Honor. But she insisted that she was not going to move out. So, but it's under holdover. Here we go, holdover. It's section 32.4. They must not hold over beyond the date contained in the move out notice. The holdover rent is due in advance on a daily basis and may become delinquent without notice or demand. Rent for the holdover period will be increased by 25% over the then existing rent without notice.
Okay, so that would apply to the rent.
Yes.
Just a minute, I haven't said. That applied to the rent from May 12th on only.
Okay. Yes, and that's why we've been billing her. I've been billing her every 2 weeks, and she had been paying it up to this point. At this point, she stopped paying in at the end of May. She stopped paying anything, and then she just paid us last week $500. So her amount, I haven't charged her any late.
What was her monthly rent before?
It was $485 plus electric.
Okay, the rent is $485.
Yes.
Okay, that rent would be good through May 12th.
Right.
Okay, and what is the rent after May 12th?
After May 12th, it went up to from 485 to, I have to look and see what the percentage is. It adds an additional 121.25 to her rent plus electric. She also has to pay electric.
Okay. So she's been, the $500 payment, she's been given credit for that.
Yes, she has, sir.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to grant the eviction.
Thank you.
Mrs. Alatorre, you need to vacate on or before June 21st. Then can come get a writ of possession on June 22nd. At a cost of $205, the constable posted a door to voluntarily vacate within 24 hours. If you shouldn't do so, they could physically remove you from the premises. Any
Your
questions?
Honor, yes, Your Honor. How I wanted to how can I ask for an acquittal on this?
There's no such thing as an acquittal on a civil case. Acquittal is in a criminal case.
Your Honor, if I have an eviction on my record, how am I gonna get another apartment?
I don't know, but that's not something I consider. All I do is consider the facts and make a decision.
And the reason that they're doing this, Your Honor, is it's also because I believe that Miss Kennedy has racist issues towards me.
Okay,
That's ridiculous, Your Honor.
Well, she has also, her and the new owner have also verbally attacked me, Your Honor.
No,
And I
sir,
know
we have
that-
not.
Yes,
you can
yes,
take
have.
that up with the police. Anything else?
So then I have to move out by the 21st.
Yes, ma'am.
And then what happens then, Your Honor?
What happens after you move out?
Because I talked to a representative at Legal Aid, and I was looking at Legal Aid, and they said I can ask for an acquittal on that I can go to steps to try to fight the
Appeal? Are you
eviction.
talking about appeal?
Appeal, yes.
Yeah, either side can appeal.
So how do I do that, Your Honor?
I don't give legal advice, but each party has the right to appeal.
So where do I go to appeal?
Well, you would file the appeal here at our location. You can file it through email. Juanita, how do you could e-file or you can email it in here.
Judge, if she's already getting assistance through Legal Aid, they'll tell her what she needs to file because she's gonna need the paperwork anyway.
Okay.
Legal Aid hasn't contacted me yet, Your Honor.
Okay, well, the appeal process is you have to appeal within 5 days from the date of the judgment. And you could either email it in or you can e-file it.
Okay. So do I email it to that email address, to JP?
Juanita, what is your preference if she were to email it in?
She can email it to me, I guess. J.U. Molina.
Hold on, let me get a pen and paper, just a minute, please. J as in Jupiter,
Yes, ma'am.
Molina,
J.U. Molina
J.U. Molina
at epcounty.com.
at, I'm sorry,
At epcounty.com.
J.U. Molina at epcounty.com.
Yes, ma'am.
I do have a question also. Isn't the CARES Act still in effect until June 30th?
Yes, but it's not applicable. The court can proceed with an eviction. And I can ask Mrs. Let me ask Mrs. Kennedy. I want
Yes.
to be aware that there's a federal eviction moratorium issued by the CDC instead of June 30th, 2021. This moratorium creates civil and criminal liability for landlords who evict tenants who are protected by the order. The moratorium does not prevent this court from moving forward with the eviction case if landlords chooses to do so. This court is not able to provide guidance as to whether or not eviction case is covered by the moratorium. Mrs. Kennedy, do you wish to proceed with the eviction?
I do.
Okay. Anything further, Mrs. Alatorre?
So then I just, no, I'll just email today that appeal to the young lady.
Okay. Okay. Ms. Alatorre, do we have, what is it? Oh, well, let me go ahead and have your email, please.
My email
Yes.
is ALEXAN,
Just a minute. Gotta go.
sorry,
LEX.
ANDRA,
okay.
and then my last name, ALA.
Is it all lowercase?
Yes,
Okay,
TORRE.
okay. The rest of it?
The number 34
Okay,
at gmail.com.
okay. Okay, thank you all. I'm gonna end the meeting, okay?
Yes, sir.